That looks like a Spanish. Sure is. Nice Spanish. All right. Very nice. Hey Jetty Rockers, welcome to Jetty Rocks Fishing. In this video, we're going to be talking all about inshore trolling, and more specifically, trolling the no-wake zones. If this is something that you want to learn, or this is something that you like to do, you're going to want to watch this whole video, because there's going to be a lot of information in this video about this subject. We're going to be talking about where to troll, how deep the water you need to be trolling in, the speeds, certain lures that I like to use, and the species of fish that you can catch while trolling. So sit back, guys, grab your popcorn, do whatever you guys do, and check out this video. Alright y'all, well the first thing we're going to talk about is where to troll. And there's places that I like to troll, you need to have at least, at the very minimum, 10 to 12 feet of water. Because most of the lures that we're using, most of the plugs we're using, will dive at least 8 feet. So you want to have enough water to use these plugs to troll this, this style. And some of the areas that I like to troll, I love trolling around bridges. Bridges are one of my favorite. Just troll right through the main part of the bridge, troll right up close to the bridge fenders, and usually it's game on, especially if the fish are in the area. Another area that I really like when I'm trolling, I like trolling around the jetties, which basically is not a no-wake zone, but jetties are really good. They're really good. They hold a lot of cool fish, your bluefish, your Spanish mackerel, your jack crevalles, and stuff like that, even small barracuda at times. That's a really good area to troll. But one of my favorite areas to troll, especially where I live, is where there's residential docks along a deep channel and that has a no-wake zone. In my area, you'll see in the you've seen in the videos, it's a whole stretch. It's a very long stretch all the way to the inlet. You got marinas there, you got restaurants, you got residential houses, you got a lot of docks, a lot of structure in deep water. It's about 16 feet mainly through that whole area, and the fish are usually stacked up in there, especially at certain times. My favorite times of day are in the morning, up to about 10 o'clock in the morning, and in the evening around 4 o'clock and until dark. Those are my high point times that I like to troll. Seems like the fish are very active and they're ready to hit a lure when it hits their face. All right, let's talk about speed, guys. In my boat, I like to keep it around 1300 to 1500 RPMs, which is around 3 to 5 miles an hour. And the key thing is, when you put your plugs out, you don't want them skipping along the top. You want them to run true. You want to feel a little bit of a wobble and everything. And if you're trolling a spoon or a gotcha plug, it's just going to glide through the water, and that's all you really need. But you don't want your lipped plugs to be coming up on the surface and skipping. You want to troll enough speed, slow enough, to where that thing's going to run true, and it's going to run straight, and it's not going to dart around and skip up to the top, because then you're not going to catch anything if it's doing that. You want that plug to be running nice. So check out your boat, see how slow you can go. You want to have a nice little speed. You also don't want to go too slow. If you go too slow, you're not going to get enough action on that lure to entice that bite, to gain that strike. So you want to go just fast enough to where it's running really good. You got a nice little wobble to it, nice little hum to it, and I promise you, they're going to find it and they're going to hit it. Now guys, this is something you can do pretty much all year long. Anytime you go through a no-wake zone, it's always a good idea to put out a plug and just troll a plug while you're going through the no-wake zone. At this time of year, which is around springtime, and also again in the fall, or some of your key point times where I actually will make a point just to go trolling in the intercoastal waterway and around the inlet, because your Spanish mackerel are in, your jack crevalles are in, bluefish are in. The bluefish get really thick, and you can have a really good time with bluefish doing the inshore trolling. And guys, I've caught ladyfish doing this. I've also caught trout, I've caught snook, I've caught redfish, and I've even hooked some tarpon doing this. And if I go down south, down to Oak Hill, you can even catch grouper in the river doing this. So inshore trolling is a pretty cool thing for you guys to learn. It's another thing to add to your all's arsenal of tricks, and it can work out really good, guys. All right, guys, well, these are the kind of rods that I use when I'm doing the inshore trolling. Just my normal inshore rods. I got my pin AF on my ugly stick. This is a 7'6" rod, medium heavy action. I have 25-pound Power Pro on here. I got 30-pound Power Pro on this one. And this is also a pin reel. This is my pin battle. And this is on my Shimano Centaur rod, which is an awesome rod. I absolutely love these rods. And this is basically what I got set up for doing the inshore trolling. You can hold it in your hand while you're trolling, or you can put it in the rod holder. It doesn't really matter. But these little setups right here work very, very well for this kind of fishing. All right, let's talk a little bit of the different kinds of lures and different kinds of baits that I use for trolling and doing the inshore trolling. Right here I have like a little Rapala. It's really shiny. I have a whole bunch of them. I mean, I troll with gotcha plugs, rattle traps, an array of different little lip plugs. I have this one here with a very large lip. I control really deep water with this one. I also have a lot of luck with these little ones, these little bombers that you can get at Walmart for like $2. These are really cheap. They have a little square lip on them, and they go about 8 feet underneath the surface. They work really well. This is my favorite color on those bombers. I love the black back and the silver sides. This works really well. Got a couple different types here. Some ones with some broken backs on them. Anything really shiny works really well. And also we have some Clark spoons. These work great for Spanish mackerel. I absolutely love Clark spoons for Spanish. This is one of my favorite baits for them, along with the gotcha plugs. Probably my 2 favorite baits for Spanish mackerel. Because if you decide you don't want to troll, you want to stop and anchor up and start pitching a bait, these are great to pitch. And then you can go right back after you fish for a little while, go back to the troll, put on you one of these kind of plugs, and you guys will have a day. Now, one thing that you need to do with this when you're doing the inshore trolling is I always set up with wire. I use number 3 wire, and I do a little haywire twist, just like this, and I go on up to a swivel and tie on my main line for my rod, and that's how I rig that up pretty much. Now I'm going to show you guys how I rig up my Clark spoons when I'm going to troll them. I have my Clark spoon here with a section of wire. I got about 2 foot of wire to a trolling weight. I have a 1/2 ounce trolling weight right here, and I have another wire going to a swivel, which is tied to my main line. But this little setup right here keeps that spoon underneath the surface. It'll ride about maybe a foot underneath the surface, and this thing will create a lot of flash, and man, it just attracts the heck out of some Spanish and some bluefish. When the bluefish are real thick, I really like to use these, and also when the Spanish are really thick, like we caught a lot of Spanish on the Clark spoon the other day. Well, guys, that's just a few quick tips for you guys if you want to go out there and try this inshore trolling or trolling the no wake zones. It's a really easy way of fishing, and it produces a lot of fish. If you're out there, you're not having a good day fishing and you can't catch anything, give the no wake zones a try and do some inshore trolling. I promise you, most of the times it'll turn your day around, guys. I mean, you'll actually catch a lot of fun fish. I mean, some people don't like to eat Spanish, some people don't like to eat blues, but they're not a bad fish. They're really good. Spanish is an excellent fish to eat, and bluefish make some of the best fish dip you will ever get. In my opinion, it's 100 times better than smoked mullet. Smoked bluefish is awesome. And most of us, when we're out there fishing, it's just all about having a good time. If you're not catching nothing, and all of a sudden you start bending the rod for an hour or so, catch about 30-40 fish, that's a good day. That turns the day around real quick. I want to thank you guys very much for hanging out with me and watching this video. Hope you guys learned a little bit, and I hope it was informative for you all, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me and going on these adventures with me and listening to my tips and tricks. I appreciate it very much, guys. You guys are awesome. I appreciate each and every one of you. We're over 23,000 subscribers now, and you guys are awesome. I look forward every day to y'all's comments. I look forward to meeting you guys out on the water. You guys are awesome. I appreciate you guys, and I hope everybody is staying safe right now with this quarantine going on and these crazy times we have happening right now. Hope everybody's family is safe. I hope each and every one of y'all have been safe, and I hope you guys have spent some time quality time with your families and had a good time with each other, guys. Until I get to see you all on the water, tight lines, Jetty Rockers. Thank you very much for watching this video. I'd like to invite you all to go follow me on my Facebook page at Jetty Rocks Fishing, and also my Instagram page. I also have a JRF apparel page, which will send you a link to my Teespring page, where I have some cool shirts and some mug. I appreciate you guys very much. Well, check out the description in the bottom of this video. I'll have the links. Tight lines, Jetty Rockers.